live from the Rock Ridge Broadcasting Room at Rock Ridge High School. This is Rock Ridge Rundown.
Good afternoon, I'm Ethan, this is Caden, and this is your Rock Ridge Rundown. Rock Ridge Rundown is the weekly news broadcast put together by the Journalism 1 and 2 classes. We'll broadcast live every Friday at 1:55 p.m. Today is Friday, December 19th, and we hope your day is going well. We have several stories to get into this afternoon, so let's get right on into it.
This year, core students will again be hosting the Winter Carnival before we head off for winter break. Festivities will take place Tuesday, December 23rd, 1st and 3rd hour, 9th and 12th grade, and 6th to 7th hour, 7th and 8th grade. This time can also be used to work on homework, missing work, or recover time if you have more than 10 absences in a class. After talking to a couple of our Rock Ridge classmates, it seems to be common that we're all excited for the Winter Carnival.
Our boys basketball team had a scheduled game against Mountain Iron Buell on Tuesday the 16th. There are a lot of exciting vibes around this rivalry game. However, due to illness, the game was sadly postponed. Beginning the week prior, many key players from our basketball team, including seniors Wyatt Cantor and Owen Helene, contracted illnesses, which kept them out of playing. As the day of the game came, our team was out most of the starting lineup and had to make the upsetting decision to postpone the game. Winter is often a season of allergies and illness as the immune systems weaken. Some of the simple ways that we can all try to stay healthy during the winter season, including washing hands, using air humidifiers, and making sure you get a good amount of sleep. Make sure you're bundling up for the cold weather and taking medicine if you have any symptoms. Hopefully, with Christmas right around the corner, we can all rest up and return to the break healthy and strong. After this short break, we'll be back with your weekend forecast.
Hello Rock Ridge, I'm Clank the Tank, and this is your Rock Ridge weather. Starting off today, the 19th will have a high of 15 and a low of -3 with clouds. The 20th will have a high of 21 and a low of -1 with clouds. The 21st will have a high of 11 and a low of -3 with some clouds. The 2nd will have a high of 29 and a low of 6 with a 40% chance of snow late at night will lead into the 23rd's morning with its high of 31 and a low of 13. The 24th will have a high of 28 and a low of 12 with clouds. Christmas Day, the 25th, will have an amazing day out with a high of 31 and a low of 25 with clouds. That following morning, the 26th, will have a high of 25 and a low of 18. That's all we have for the weather today. Be careful and have a happy holiday.
Welcome to the Ridgewood Market. These are all of our bubblers. Come get your Fairlife milk if you want to be strong like me.
Come get your rain.
And now for
Sports with
Tom.
Greetings, I am Etep, Pete's evil twin. I will be filling in today due to his absence. Let's get right into it, shall we? The boys hockey team took on the Superior Spartans at home on Tuesday. This is the Wolverines' third game at home this season, and this game was an absolute barn burner for the boys. We have an interview with senior Colton Bielke and junior John Westby to explain how he is predicting the season is going to go following tonight's game.
What about here with John Westby? All right, so my first question today is, how are you guys going to prep for this week and next week's games?
Well, it all starts in practice. We just kind of got to show up ready to go. We got 3 games in 4 days, so we always got to stay rested. I'm sure our team's good enough to skate with any team in the state, as long as we just put our mind to it. We got to work on our D-zone, and Joni helps us a lot back in net, so as long as we just perform O-zone, D-zone, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, I understand. All right, and then how are you guys going to prep for the St. Thomas Academy game?
I mean,
We just take it one game and one practice at a time. We don't look too far ahead. I mean, our only prep is just our great schedule this year, so we're just taking it one practice, one game at a time.
Yeah, we don't really think too much of it. I mean, it's a great opportunity to get to go play down in a hockey game in Minnesota, but like he said, just one game at a time, one practice at a time. Like, can't just look forward to one game.
The boys would take victory at home 5-2, boosting their record to a 4-5 on the record. The boys are back in town tonight against the Hudson Raiders. Puck drop's going to be at 7 back at the Mex, so make sure you show up for the team tonight. The Rockridge girls basketball team had one of three games this week on Tuesday night where they would take on the Proctor Rails in a tough and close game that took place at Proctor High School. The girls would end up losing in a hard-fought game 50-63. Junior Sophia Lampa says we need to work on giving up less fouls. They are making free points on us. Then Thursday, the girls had a home game against the Mesabi East Giants where they would look to bounce back and secure a home game victory. This game would take place yesterday at 7:15 p.m. at Rockridge High School. Also, JV will play at 5 p.m. Make sure to pop out and support the girls at their games this week and during Christmas break. The girls also have their last game of the week on Saturday at home versus Crosby Ironton. This past Tuesday, our girls hockey team faced off against their rivals, Hibbing, in a big game. The game took place in Hibbing at the Hibbing Memorial Ice Rink. The girls really wanted to win this game to help them get over their previous losses and help them when it comes to playoffs. This game was very important for the girls as it was their rivals and it was a section game that would help them in their section seeding. Coming into this game, our girls were at a 1-1-1 record in their section. Hibbing was not too far behind them. After their big win over Hibbing, they moved to 2-1-1 and are now the third spot in their section, bumping Hibbing down to the fifth spot. Coming into this game, Hibbing was very cocky towards the Wolverines, but the Wolverines showed discipline and showed Hibbing how our girls play hockey. The Rockridge Alpine Ski Team had their first race last Friday, in which they took second place in a total of 7 teams, with Cook County taking the lead and Hibbing close on our heels. Yesterday, the Rockridge Alpine Ski Team had their second race of the season. The race included Cloquet Esco Carlton, Cook County Independent School, Denfeld, Duluth East, Hermantown, Hibbing High School, and Marshall School. The race took place at Lutzkin Ski Resort, which is where Cook County calls home. The Rockridge Alpine Ski Team finds Lutzen to be their favorite resort. We have Jack and 9th grader Aubrey Logan with more information. We hope all of our skiers out there had a great meet, and we hope that next one will be even better for you. Rip it up, Rockridge. Have a beautiful day. To kick off this week's sports recap, we start off with Friday, December 12th. The boys and girls Alpine Ski Team varsity had an invitational at Giants Ridge. The boys team placed second, and the girls placed fourth. The boys varsity basketball team faced off against a tough St. Thomas Academy and lost 98-40. The girls varsity basketball team took a trip down to Cloquet and took home a W, winning 72-35 on the same day. On Saturday, December the 13th, boys varsity had a wrestling tournament at home. The boys had 3 winners in 3 different weight classes. Good job, boys. On Tuesday, December 16th, the boys varsity basketball game against MIB was rescheduled for February 14th of 2026. And the boys varsity hockey team stayed home to take on Superior, winning 5-2. On Thursday, December 18th, the boys and girls varsity Alpine Ski Team had an invitational at Lutzen Mountain Ski Area. The boys team placed third, and the girls placed fourth. The girls varsity hockey team was supposed to take a trip down to North Shore to play the Storm in a Lake County arena, but the game was canceled due to weather. Girls varsity basketball team had a game at home against Mesabi East, finishing with a final score of 55-51. And finally, the boys varsity basketball team had an away game in Proctor, but it was canceled due to weather. For upcoming sports, on Friday, December 19th, our boys wrestling will have a meet in Pequot at 1 p.m., and it goes until Saturday. Also on Friday, our boys hockey team plays Hudson at home at 7 p.m. On Saturday, the 20th, our boys swimming team will have a meet in I Falls at noon. Also on Saturday, our girls will play Crosby Ironton at home at 2:30. Then our boys will have a 3 p.m. game versus Rogers at the historic Hippodrome in Eveleth. On Monday, the 22nd, our boys play versus Genty Academy at 7 p.m. at home. On Tuesday, the 23rd, our boys basketball team will play against Denfeld at 7 p.m. That's all we have for sports this week. I'm Nasser Tepnelon, signing off.
Please, security, I need this. jewels.
Museums all over the world keep getting robbed. I don't know why they don't make the security better.
As they were screaming, run, he stopped at dawn. All we could think about is where is our mom?
What was the police reactions?
So the police were like, oh no, girl, you're not getting away with those 8 free jewels. Now I'm going to pass the mic to my cousin Willow.
I'm so pale.
We're on air. These are my move heist headcanons. Evan, he was 19. He dropped the brown on purpose.
Now, here we have a short video put together by the Rockridge Esports team to talk about their fundraiser.
Hello there.
Remember to contact someone from the esports team if you're interested in donating, because it only goes until January 12th. Thank you, esports team, for the video.
This week's Wolverine of the Week is Junior Judy Rorty. Some of Judy's activities include softball, Leo's Club, web, color guard / band, student council, youth in action, and managing football. Judy likes to read, go fishing, and play softball. Finally, her favorite subject is history or English. If you see Judy in the hall this week, congratulate her on being this week's Wolverine of the Week. That's all we have time for today. Remember to catch a Rockridge Rundown every Friday at 1:55 p.m. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.